We are continuing our series of talking with breast cancer survivors. Susan Tillmans joins us now to talk a little bit about her journey and the importance of having a support system. Thanks so much for joining us this morning, Susan.
Welcome.
Yes, all right. So just tell us a little bit about how you were diagnosed and when.
I was in my 40s, about 42, and my OBGYN kept bothering me to go get my baseline mammogram. So I had never had one before because I had a child when I was 40.
Okay.
I went to get my baseline mammogram, and all of a sudden everything started going in slow motion because I could see the tech's concern as she was reading my x-rays or my mammogram, and she started circling things on the screen, and I remember thinking, I wonder if this is real, like what's happening, you know? And that's how I found out on my baseline.
Wow, so had you not gotten that baseline one, then you may not have discovered it when you did.
Right.
Yeah.
It would have been a lot worse.
Yeah. So what type of treatment did you have to undergo?
For my treatment, I went through 8 weeks of radiation. And then I was supposed to have abdominal injections for 3 years, every 3 months. My body couldn't take the chemo injections, though, so I actually didn't end up having those.
Okay.
And supposedly they had gotten clear margins when they did my mastectomy, so I was told that that would be, we would just have to monitor me really close.
Yeah. Okay. And so I know I was reading a little bit about your story, and you mentioned that you had a lot of support from the community during this time.
So much support. Matter of fact, I still have my bracelet on. I didn't have any family here in Arkansas, and I'm an only child, so I had a 9-year-old, a 7-year-old, and a 4-year-old, and fortunately was in a neighborhood that surrounded me with love, that brought me meals, that brought me flowers every Sunday, a different bouquet just to brighten my day. You know, when you're given this diagnosis, nobody can prepare you for the things that go through your head. You realize that cancer is no respecter of persons, that it can attack at any time. And this journey wasn't so much about me at that point. I realized I had to survive for my kids. But I also realized I've never been a person who is very good at letting people come alongside me and walk with me and help me. I'm the one who's always helping people. Like at the time I was painting and doing some art organization for one of the local elementary schools for their auction. And I just realized, you know, it's almost like that defining moment where you realize, okay, this diagnosis is not just about you. It's about allowing other people to be part of your journey, whether you feel like it or not, because there's going to be days where realistically you don't feel like it, you know?
So what advice would you have for any other women out there who may be afraid? Were you worried about getting that first mammogram?
Yeah. It's not fun.
Well, I've heard,
It wasn't that I was worried. I just put it off. It's one of those things you don't want to do, but please
go do it.
Get a baseline. You know, mine was a stage 1. If I would have waited longer, it would have been worse. And strangely enough, today, I was just mentioning to you, is my 10-year anniversary of my diagnosis. So, you know, life has weird ways of presenting beauty. And I found so much beauty in my sickness, you know, and that I'm so grateful for, that forever changed me.
And you're cancer-free now.
Yes.
Perfect. I love hearing that, for sure.
Yes.
All right. Well, thank you so much for sharing your story, and hopefully it will encourage that woman out there to go get her mammogram.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you. All right. We'll be right back.